Shalom, shalom. This is following Yisra'el. Welcome again to the Rock. First, I wanted to say, if you're looking to buy Jerusalem artichokes, I am all out. If your order is not and has not gotten in by the time you see this video, we are all out of Jerusalem artichokes. We have sold well over 1,000 Jerusalem artichokes, seed artichokes, over 1,000 of them. Well over 1,000 of them. And I want to thank you all for supporting us and for purchasing them from us. Next year, I tripled the size of the area. So later on this year, we will be having them for sale again. Also, next year, we will be including other things like elephant garlic, pink garlic or purple garlic, seed, turmeric, and ginger. We got excellent ginger harvest, excellent garlic and turmeric harvest. So I'm expanding those areas as well because we will be selling that next year. Look at the medicinal antifungal benefits of turmeric, and I'll even show you a video of how I plant it for those that are on the Hood to Homestead, Patreon channel. And it'll get released to YouTube eventually. But anyways, production, this is a good segue. Production. This is a time, if you have not ever been a productive person, that you have to focus on production, not consuming, producing. And it could be anything. Right now there's, everyone's talking about food shortage. So everyone's buying seeds. That's another thing that I've been selling. And they've been going out to go fast. It's seeds, vegetable seeds, herbal seeds. When I mean by herbal, I mean like wormwood, bitter dock, curly dock, sumac, things like that. Dandelion, and then the cuttings. We've had blackberry cuttings going out the door, as well as mint, chocolate, sweet, peppermint, and spearmint. But producing right now you can do it. You can produce right now. You can go, even if you went to your store and got the little 20-cent seed packs, you can go and take those seed packs and put them in the soil and grow some food. You can grow some food. And I know it's cliche. You hear me talk about it all the time, brother. Following your shoe. Don't you talk about anything else? Well, not really. I talk about family and homesteading, and particularly right now, food production. That's what I'm talking about right now, food production. Because without the ability to produce and feed your own family, just think about it. Let's say you have a year's worth of rice stored up. Let's just go with a year's worth of rice. You have a year's worth of rice stored up. Do you know how bland rice is? But do you know how good it'll taste if you grew some greens, some tomatoes, some squash, some peppers, and you have a couple chickens. You mix some eggs with some rice, with some spices that you can make your own. They make a wonderful mint pepper seasoning. They use some lemon balm. They use some oregano, which is what we grow here. We grow most of our herbs here too. Lemon balm, oregano, peppers, and spearmint or peppermint, one of those two. Maybe it's a sweet mint, but it tastes bomb on top of some rice. They dehydrate everything and they blend it together. Then we throw it on some rice with some eggs and some maybe some tomatoes, and it tastes so good. If you're not able to produce, we're not able to produce our rice, and that's an understanding. You're not going to be able to produce everything that you eat. But if you can store enough of it and then produce the nutrients that are going to go on top of that, our potatoes are. Apparently we missed rows from last year in our harvesting, so we got rows popping up already. Potatoes, Jerusalem artichokes. You should be in the mindset of producing. In this country, producing is not something that's native. Like it used to be. It's not something that's native anymore to this country. Everything's imported. You think of your household, everything's imported. Everything's brought in from the outside. Everything. Yeah, we'll talk about other people and how, they need, they're dependent. Well, 99.9% of the people in this country are dependent on the grocery store for 100% of their food. 100% of their food comes from off their property, off their land. I mean, and you can mitigate that even if it was growing something small, even if it was some Dixie cups or some red cups or, a couple of potted plants that you could grow just to get yourself in that mindset of I need to produce, I need to produce as much as I can. Right here, right now, you see my 2 egg incubators, and I have a video coming out on them right now. Soon. You hear the chicks in the background, they just hatched. We're producing. If you can produce your own eggs, fertilized eggs, which we do, then you can produce your own chicks. And if you can produce your own chicks, you can produce more eggs and meat. And if you're producing some of your own meat, I mean, look at how with chickens. I also my gardens are completely 100% fed with organic compost created by my chickens. I throw leaves in there, sticks in there, and the chickens do all the work. All the work. All I have to do is go in there and bag it and bring it out. I use my feed bags, or I'll put it in buckets, and I have large areas of chicken compost, and I use all that chicken compost to do all my seed starts, to fertilize my fruit trees, which we went in heavy and bought a ton of fruit trees this year. We already had a ton of fruit trees. We're doing more. We're propagating trees. So now that I have different varieties of trees, I can start propagations of many, many, many different types of trees. I'm already doing figs. I'm already doing goji berries. I'm already doing elderberries. And I'm doing pears. And I've successfully rooted some apples. But now I have plums, 4 different types of plums, 3 different types of pears, 3 different types of apples, persimmons. See, if you get into the mindset of production, you'll never have to depend on anybody else for your survival. Sure, I mean, there may be things that you may not be able to get access to, but you could actually live. You could feed your family, and I have a very large family. Very large family, and you could actually feed your family, and your children could eat nutritious food and get full off of what you produce in your land. But see, that's one of the issues. We don't want to come out. We don't want to be separate. We don't want to do any of those things. We just want to live like everybody else lives. And the Bible says, you will partake of her plagues, of her sins. You will partake of those things. So I understand I don't want to separate myself. I get it. It's going to be hard. I get it. It's going to be tough. I get it. You don't like it. But we're seeing the way the world is going, and we're seeing now what our complacency and what our hope that government was going to fix. We see where it's getting us. You see these curtains right here. Behind these curtains, I have tinctures and herbs that are being created. They have to stay in the dark. We have dried herbs up there. We have tinctures that they have been working on. Because we are in the process of production as much as we possibly can. Natural remedies, healthy foods, superfoods. Grow the things that will feed your body, the energy and the nutrients that it needs. Sure, may it mean that we have to kind of simplify our lifestyles? Yes, but we tend to have a problem simplifying our lifestyles so that we can produce. So we keep trying to live these complex and lavish lifestyles, and we're paying for it. When you could have just the idea of going out and working your garden, working your, I've been doing the potato patch. I've been building the extension and working the potato patch. Think of how many calories you burn. Think of how much exercise that is. People paying, yeah, sure, I lift weights. But people pay an abundant amount of money to go to a gym. When if you were on your homestead working, you wouldn't need a gym. You'd be surprised the sisters and how much weight they have lost since being here and maintain that weight loss. And they didn't come with no, weight training regimen. It was just being active, walking, getting up, planting gardens, weeding, taking care of the animals. Simple. We have to produce. We have to be active. We have to stop our dependency on everybody else, and everybody else is going to take care of our problems. Everyone else is going to take care of our children. Everybody else is going to take care of this, going to take care of that. Because the more you rely on them, the more they take care. Believe me, big government wants to take care of you. They want to. They want this nanny state. They want you to be completely dependent on them. Break that dependence. Produce. Produce and then consume what you produce. And then, bless others, as the Bible says. Leave the edges of your field for those that are needy, for the widow, for the fatherless. And then sell some excess. Produce enough that you can sell excess, or you can sell the seeds. You can bless others that are less fortunate than you, and you can have storehouses full of good, clean, or freezers full, or root cellar full, or canning jars full of your favorite food. Nutritious, densely nutritious food. Anyways, don't want to rant and rave about that, because whether you like it or not, bad times are coming. Bless y'all. Have a blessed fourth day. Shalom.